Hello, happy witching hour. How are y'all? So it is officially 2024. Oh my God. Feeling it, loving the vibe. And honestly, I'm loving all of this energy that's coming in from the universe. That energy shift was a trip, but it was amazing. That shift that we had when Pluto went into Uranus marked a huge shift, huge. And then Uranus is actually getting ready to move out of retrograde. So those two planets together are going to create some amazing vibes. Okay. So, witches, I wanted to come and talk to you guys about how we getting ready to take back everything that they stole. The scam artists, the frauds, the abusers, the people that abuse their power. I want to talk about that. They didn't really abuse their power. They really abused spirit. How do you abuse spirit? How do you do that and expect to get away with it? I don't know. I know I'm gonna in a few minutes here because I just got done doing some work. My spirit wants me to feed them some more, which is by doing that healing work that I'm doing. Healing a lot of the spirits because that was something that was just like a trip. They wanted to take our knowledge, the witches that are from the bloodline, and there's many bloodlines of witches. So I'm not limiting that to like in the Bible where they talk about 144,000. There's millions and millions of bloodlines of witches. And those of us that are, in particular, we started our companies out in social media. Some of us, well, a lot of us ran into the scam artists. These are the people that are not actually privileged to that. They're not. I tried to explain to y'all that being a witch is a privilege. And even though witches, you know, we don't mind sharing. That's why we do so many spells and rituals and we show them. But I think it was the direct disrespect. It was the hate. It was the misogyny. It was the abuse. And I believe that a lot of the hierarchy that we had been calling to and asking for help definitely answered back. Because a lot of us went through a lot of problems because of what they did, because they were stealing from us. They were stealing from us. And then they asked us, well, if you're a real witch, why are we able to steal from you? Excuse me? Did you really just say that? You know, witches, we can afford to have honor and integrity because we're too powerful for that. Somebody scamming and scheming, they honestly don't have the integrity and they show it. And the crazy part about it is that they didn't even hide the fact that they had no integrity. And I don't think that, like, I truly believe that, because, like, a lot of the readers and stuff in social media, they would get people trying to hack into their accounts. I've even had this happen a lot. I have it happen, but in more of a covert way on YouTube. But you know how people come to, that's why I don't really like going live on TikTok, because people on TikTok will literally come into your chat room, and they will literally, offer readings from other people's chat. It's so funny. Um, and those are the scam artists. Those are the ones that are scamming. And it's just it's crazy. It's a trip. And I'm never going to contact you for a reading unless I have some kind of special going on, right? If I have a special and spirit tells me that you probably want a reading and you may not know about the special that I have and I already know you, I'll contact you to let you know about that. But otherwise, you know, um, as an authentic witch, I'm not going to be trailing behind anybody, right? I've been in business for almost a decade and I've never done that. It's 2024 now. I started my company in 2015 officially. I was official in 2015. And no, I don't have an LLC. I'm a sole proprietor. I don't have to have an LLC. Okay. I don't have to register my business. I don't have to do that. If I wanted to get certain loans and stuff, maybe I could. But I haven't had to do that. You know what I'm saying? I just been what they call thugging it. When people say I'm just gonna thug it out, that's pretty much what I've been doing. So this year of Set is marks an important year of realignment, and people out there assisting scam artists. You know what I'm saying? People out there helping scam artists are going to get reprimanded as well. And then, especially when it comes to the subject of love, it's about to be a real storm when it comes to love and love spells. People, um, well, first of all, I don't do very many love spells at my company. I do a lot of healing, shadow work, assistance, teaching of the craft. You know what I mean? A lot of healing work. Okay, money manifestation. I don't do a lot of love work. Most of my clients, they already got somebody, and if they want somebody, they know how to get them. So nobody needs me to have love in their life. That's ridiculous. But I can tell you where this year is going to be a trip, because first of all, notice how Venus, did anybody, and I'm going to go back and look at the previous years, but y'all notice how Venus is not going to go into retrograde at all this year. That tells you a lot, because listen, you don't necessarily have to be a witch to make a love spell work. Okay. But, well, let me take that back. That's changing. That's changing, right? But when you're abusing that power, right? That means that you're a man who thinks that you can mistreat the woman in your life, treat her any kind of way. Narcissistic men, sociopathic men and women who think that they can abuse their partner and then just do a love spell, to get that person back, or either do some kind of domination spell. That stopped working a long time ago, though. literally abusive males mainly that need to become a better lover and to have more respect for their partner. They have had to revert back to the Bible on that. They have. They've had to revert back to the Bible. There are several Bible spirits that will work in oppressing a person. I believe that it's some of the verses about slavery in particular that they're using. And I was having a meeting with one of my witchy friends, and me and her kind of came to the conclusion that the Bible, the spirits of the Bible, sound like a bunch of intranquil spirits. And I think you can get intranquil spirits from the Bible. Just studying it and reading it. And then it also sounds like the people that are speaking in the Bible apparently must have been cursed by witches. That's why they hated us so much. And, it's a fine line. It is factually an honor to be able to carry the title of a witch, whether or not you are a witch that I don't consider myself to be either a light or a dark witch. It's all about the journey. I understand both sides, and really, I don't even believe there is any kind of separation. I think that the Bible tries to tell us what is good and what is bad, but to me, I don't believe in it because all of the spirits that I have worked with the past year, especially after I did my pacts with Lilith, that was a definite power move. Okay. And a lot of people try to um, devalue Lilith a lot. It's very insulting the way they try to devalue her and her power and who she really is. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all have been asking me about the pacts, and I would say definitely, especially if you are a woman, you'll want to deal with Lilith because she's literally like a mascot for you, you know, as far as like your connection to the underworld. She stands up and fights for you. And, I've enjoyed my pact with Lilith. I've had a pact with Lilith since I think it's been like 5 months. And the thing of it is that when it comes to pacts, Lilith will not necessarily just give you everything that you want, even though there will be certain things that you will notice that she does. But she's not just going to grant you something real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the other spirits will. But, if you don't have that protection, then you really don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always suggest, especially if you. So, right now, it's a lot of talk about, gender. And gender isn't important. But I think that if you were born as a woman, I think that that does differentiate you from a man. And it's not that Lilith does not work with men because Lilith loves men. She just don't like misogynistic men. She doesn't like abusive men. Lilith to me is the same. She's very similar to me. To me, this is me personally. She's very similar to Venus, the goddess of love. And she does try to teach men that you can love a woman without abuse, right? That's all she's saying. And there's nothing wrong with that. Without abuse and humiliation and all of that weirdness, you know? So, Lilith is, people think that when it comes to Lilith, that she's going to create problems in your relationship. And that's totally not true. If anything, she's going to make sure that you attract a man into your life that is not going to hurt you or try to hurt you. That's the right one for you. Especially, first of all, and here's another thing about Lilith, what she's saying to me is that, it's kind of weird that, men that you may meet, and, this is like a deal breaker. So where they're trying to treat you like you're a child, and that they have to teach you something, and that's weird too. That's where I don't even know what to do with that energy. That's weird. Because if he's your lover, he's not your father. He's not a father figure to you. You know what I mean? Unless you look at it that way, unless that's something that you look at. But, for me, it's pretty much cut and dry. So that's another thing, If you're a woman and you've been making it your whole life, regardless to how, who is he to judge you or demean you or try to treat you like you are less than him when you can do so much better without him? Okay? Without all that stress and aggravation and constant arguing for nothing, arguments for nothing, fighting for nothing, somebody tearing you down for nothing. It makes no sense. So, this year is already feeling so amazing. I'm not even gonna lie. But mainly what I wanted to talk about was these scam artists out here, because they are out here. And it's almost like they doing a damn jigsaw puzzle. The song and dance and the inward and outward. And I got to go in through the back door and the side door. And you're a witch. You came out the front door. You didn't have to do all of that. And they going through all these changes, innuendos, subliminals. What in the world is that? So, that's been a trip. And, even if they are taking 1 penny from you, even if they've taken 1 penny from you, they owe you. They got a debt. These scam artists out here trying to do spiritual work for people, they owe a debt to the witches. They bragged about it too, right? About all of their schemes and scams. That's why they can't perform magic anymore. They can't do it. And they'll get mad at us, but really, to be honest with you, you need to go talk to Hecate about that, and some of the other witch council about that. You know, that's what they're gonna have to do. But that's exactly what they were doing, running scams. I had them scamming me, trying to shut down my business using an abusive male. Like, really? And the hierarchy of witches who are women are looking at these women like, wow, you're not our sister. We don't claim you. Hey, Adam, we don't. You mean to tell me that you try to do harm to one of our star seeds, star witches, and you were going to shut down one of our daughters, our granddaughters, by using sexual abuse. And that's how you can tell they really don't even believe in it. They don't really have no connection with spirit. Because if they had a connection with spirit, they would have never done that in the first place. They wouldn't have. Because they would have known, hey, I'm going to get in trouble for this. They would have known that. Now, I gave birth to, all of my children are special, but I gave birth to a little boy 11 years ago. He's turning 11 next month. I can't wait for his birthday. And he's so smart. I've been giving him his mid-year school year testings and stuff, and he told me, he said, Mama, that's too easy, give me something harder. you know and I was like, okay, okay. So I've been printing out his worksheets and stuff, but you know he is he was a focus of attack. You know what I mean? And so were my other children. They were too, but what made it bad with him is that he's so young because I have a 21-year old and a 20-year old. Hold on, wait a minute, 21. All I know is that my oldest child is my eldest is turning 24. And until he turns 24, yeah, there's stair steps now, 21, 22, and 23. My three older children. So they're older. So, obviously the little one um, is going to obviously be the most vulnerable to these energetic attacks. And so, a lot of y'all that had people attacking your children, and it's normalized for them. It's not just the witches' children that are being, protected, but it's really all children that spirit has an invested interest in protecting. And right now, all we're seeing is images of children being blown up. And we can't talk about that because, YouTube will probably ding me for that. And so people that don't have any discernment will think, yeah, that's the way to go. But in reality, we don't know what the backlash is going to be for those people doing that. I couldn't even imagine being in a mindset where I think that it's okay to blow up and bomb little children. I couldn't even imagine being in that place. That's got to be the most horrific state of mind to be in as a person. So I don't condone it. I really don't. And I don't care about, they're not going to keep, the one thing that I'm not going to do is allow anybody, any system to make me carry hatred in my heart for things that were done before this lifetime anyway. I'd rather be free of those things. I understand there's a history behind it, but right now, today, it's just not good. It's just not a good look. It's not looking good. Okay. So, and people are very, very corrupt. They are. And I deal with it every single day. I deal with getting phone calls from women who have small children, who their children have been supernaturally attacked, and attacked every day, psychic attacked every day. Even the psychic, even people that had psychic abilities are going to lose those abilities if they were abusing it. They're going to lose them abilities. And they should. They should lose those abilities because, you were doing too much, and was given ample opportunity to stop what they were doing. So it ain't just about witches, it's about psychics too, which, we know that there's a difference between a witch and a psychic, right? So witches don't necessarily have to be psychic, and psychics don't even necessarily have to be witches. So, but that right there, people, and I don't, I think it probably was about energy. It was definitely about energy, and there was a lot of talk about adrenochrome and all of that stuff. So that's why they were trying to create trauma within y'all homes and stuff. That's why we don't do any corporal punishment in this house. I don't do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Um, Try to stay away from that because they feed off of that. You know what I mean? And I've seen whole households under possession, entire households under possession, everybody in the house possessed by something, some kind of entity or being or even person that wants to feed off of the pain and the suffering of your family, and then totally placing the adult in the house under possession and being very present in that situation, but people not being aware that it's there because they've been taught to ignore that. Okay. So, and you see it a lot. I see it a lot when I look at these videos and stuff. And anyway, so I haven't done much research on this. I didn't even think about doing this, but those alchemy bottles that I'm doing, I didn't even check to see if anybody else is doing that. If they are, my hat goes off to them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're doing it exactly the way I'm doing it. Maybe, probably. I'm gonna look that up to see. But I also think that it's good to offer that to my collective. You know what I'm saying? Whoever it is that runs across me, because they are very useful, and they are going to change lives for the better. I only wish that everybody paid attention. We probably have a more better and more peaceful world, you know. And I ain't trying to change the world. God, no. Mm-mm. I'm only one person. You know what I mean? But, I think that you can also create your own personal oasis, is all you can do. You know what I mean? That's all you can do. And just be careful out there. And just on a side note, and I'm going to get out of here. Um, we can't continue to be distracted because this year is going to be very important. You can't be missing work. Those people that are trying to distract are also putting bad energies on you. It's making it difficult for you to get up and go to work in the morning. I saw a article where they were saying that, was it millennials and Gen Z was missing an equivalent to, I think, 1 day of work per week because of mental issues, right? And it's because of all this negativity. So we can't be distracted by that. Uh, and so, in particular, when it comes to this Mercury that's going into retrograde in April. So we all have to be prepared for that, because it's almost like the cosmic egg is cracked open or something. You know what I'm saying? So if Mercury retrograde was hard for you before, it's gonna be even harder. Because, like I said, the universe has been screaming at us. Okay, so we gotta stay focused, and we definitely watching the skies a lot starting this year, and we're not gonna stop. We're going to keep a constant watch on that so that we can work with, our sources of power up there. And we can't be distracted, especially if there's certain goals that you have set. I mean, it's easy to live a ordinary life. It's easy to do that. You know what I'm saying? And when I say ordinary life, you know, I mean, I don't know how it depends on success is what you make it. Whatever you feel is successful is what success is. Some people feel that, manifesting a million or millions of dollars is where they want to be. Some people feel like, they just need few dollars per month. So it depends on what lifestyle you're trying to live. And, if you want something good to happen for you, okay, especially some of y'all that want these big houses, you know, you ain't gonna be able to afford a big house where your mortgage is 2,000 a month if you being distracted by the bull crap. You ain't gonna be able to do that. And we can pay attention to people that are probably out there doing illegal stuff, and they don't care. They don't really have to work at it. But if you on the straight and arrow, and you're trying to invent something, create something, the opportunity is out there. You know what I mean? But in the spiritual community, I think that a lot of people are very limited. As a witch, I don't feel that I'm fighting a bunch of other witches over a dried up piece of cheese. That's not, no, I don't look at it like that at all. And that's one of the reasons why you don't see me competing with nobody. I'm not competing with nobody. I'm not running behind nobody. I just don't, it doesn't work that way. Either you're connected to spirit or not, one or the other. And if you're connected to spirit, then things are going to come to you as you want them. Now, that doesn't mean that you can just sit back, all the time. Like, you still have to sometimes pound the pavement. Pounding the pavement for me is putting my videos up in social media. It ain't difficult for me because I'm always doing something spiritual, and I constantly have things to record to put in social media constantly. You know what I mean? So it ain't difficult for me. I'll be sitting there doing something that I'm already doing. I'll say, oh, I'll say maybe I should record this. And, so, but, it was a big thing. It was a big, big thing. I think that all of us witches were dealing with some scam artist or some fraudster that was trying to either emulate us or run behind us and tell lies on us. I mean, that's kind of obvious. Okay, you just lied on me. So basically, you're making it obvious that you see what I have and you want what I have. And so, what you're going to do is you're going to come out here and try to make me look bad in an attempt to steal from me. That's exactly what you're trying to do. And spirit has a plan for that. Ben had a plan for that. And you can tell that that plan has went into action, and it's in overdrive right now. It is. And trust me, they're mad. They're disappointed. Okay? Because that ain't the way that you do it. That ain't the way that you advertise your services. That nobody said nobody ever. That was ridiculous. So I went through it, and probably still gonna, because people that don't have really, a lot of us adults that have responsibilities, we don't have time to be playing chance, because that's a game of chance. What I do is absolute. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be absolute. I don't have a choice. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to keep the lights on, keep y'all lights and gas on and water, and keep y'all mortgages paid. Keep it, especially when y'all having problems at the job with cray people. Okay. So it's absolute. Ain't nobody throwing a chance card out there and hoping that it works. And if it doesn't, oh well, it doesn't matter anyway. It's not a crapshoot. It's an absolute. And that's what people are interested in. People are interested in security. They're not interested in, something that is not stable, right? That's not stable. You're not manifesting stability when your whole personification um, is reliant upon people believing something negative about somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the truth, you know. And that to me is called attachment problem. That's an attachment problem, you know, to where you see somebody else. Right, exactly, Coco girl. When you're seeing somebody else and you see what they have in every single day, all day long, you're constantly trying to make somebody else look a certain type of way. And that's what your success depends on. You can't be successful just on your own or satisfied. You got to try to lie on somebody else. And really ain't nobody out here, ain't nobody I've dealt with had the authority to tell me what to do. Even if they tried to take that authority, they would not ever get that. Okay. So no, it's not. And it don't have nothing to do with law of attraction. As a witch, you need to understand and you need to know, like if you walk away with any lesson, that even what you saw me go through, that even if it's a group of people, several people, 10 people, even 100 people that are chasing behind you, trying to mess with your energy, trying to mess with your reputation, trying to mess with you, you still can survive and manifest. Doesn't matter what they're trying to do. It doesn't. Because people will try to mess up your energy just by pushing bad energy towards you. Right? I don't understand why but that's because I don't have that mindset, you know? So anyway, that's pretty much what has been going on. Um, and so I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. And I told y'all that law of attraction stuff don't really work. Maybe if you're using a herb and you know how to bring it to life, you know how they'll say, oh, well, this herb attracts good fortune, or this herb attracts this. But a whole bunch of people talking bad about another person, that's ineffective. And witchcraft is not weak like that. I hate it when I hear Christians saying that law of attraction is witchcraft. That's another dig at us. No, it is not. Witchcraft has nothing. It that's like a small piece of it, possibly. Right. A lot of well, it don't even really work for the people that have tried it, but it's like maybe a small little nugget of witchcraft. Witchcraft is not set up to be that flaky. The law of attraction is flaky. That's just like saying, hey, you go to sleep at night, right? And you say, you know what, tomorrow's going to be a good day, right? And you get up the next day and you see a bunch of bull crap. Is that bunch of bull crap going to mess you up for the day? That's law of attraction. Oh no. And then another thing, oh no, I attracted that to me. What? You attracted that to you? That's another principle of the law of attraction, that somehow you attracted it. And yeah, we can, I think that, especially when it comes to the alchemy witch bottles that I've been doing, even if people like that are drawn to you, they still should not be able to stop your flow, right? So law of attraction is flaky. Exactly, Coco girl. That's exactly the way. But did you, just because somebody was arguing with you and lying on you, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, my income was kind of, it was okay. I appreciate the income that I did about 66, 70 grand last year, which was, and I should be at three, at least three times that amount. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't really about the money. Okay. If witchcraft was based upon the law of attraction, I wouldn't have even gotten that. So stop thinking, that law of attraction, that's a weakness. Us witches, we don't like it at all. But the people that are attacking you, they believe in the law of attraction, because they're attacking you and they think, hey, if I say this about this person, or if I throw some energy at this person, then that's going to mess that person up. You know what I mean? Right. You protect yourself from the energy. There are some people that are really good at transmuting that energy. I personally send it back. I protect myself from it and I send it back. That's personally what I do. Okay. And it's terrible, people that behave that way, because, oh man, the last few years have been difficult. My mom passed away in 2021. My baby daddy passed away in 2022. You know, yeah, yeah, you're right. But I don't, I think people do things based upon intention because they really want to try to derail others, you know what I'm saying? And then also, um I'm not too into Reiki by itself. Like, I think that is what I want to drive home to a lot of people, that, witchcraft does not rest on law of attraction. If you're going to manifest it, it's going to manifest. If somehow what you want is not manifesting, then you got to look deeper and higher, right? So, you know, I got a mind to go up to the store at 3 o'clock in the morning, y'all. I had a big old bottle of Coca-Cola earlier and I want some more of it. I think I'm gonna run up to the store and get me some Coca-Cola, get me a cold Coke. For real. Like, I don't know. I got some strawberry soda and some fruit punch soda downstairs, but I don't know. I just really want that strong, crisp taste of Coca-Cola. So I think I'm gonna run up to the store. So I'ma go. But a lot of us witches are gonna get justice, because we've been put through a lot of unnecessary abuse. I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna light up this healing candle, because I've been healing the spirits, y'all, and they've been loving it. They have been loving it and appreciating it. And I've been keeping a candle going on that healing work, especially for the inbound group and stuff too, because that's benefiting us. But it's good to, just by the way, it's good to make offerings to your spirits and your ancestors, like food or coffee and stuff like that, candy. But they really, really, really appreciate it when you give them healing energy. And I think people are afraid of healing. They're afraid to, utilize witchcraft for healing. That's a big fear for a lot of people for some reason, you know, because somehow they think that, I don't know where you get this from, where they get this from, but somehow they feel as though if they set an intention to heal, that's going to make them sick. I don't know. So I'm going to get up from here and do that. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Okay. Blessings to y'all. Bye bye.